Hey guys, Thrasher here. Sidestep was nerfed quite a while ago, but there are still cases where it's very valuable to use. What are those cases? Let's talk about it right now. Okay, so there's obviously still a big debate on whether someone should sidestep or not. Essentially, sidestepping in most cases where you're using it properly will give you a 10% damage increase. Now, if you're using it in cases where you're not supposed to be using it, you may see a little bit of a damage reduction. You may see about the same amount of damage. So technically, you can always sidestep if you want to. But there are cases where it's a better idea not to sidestep because your damage will be more consistent and technically a little bit higher. So let's talk about the cases where you should sidestep. If you have a full hand of cards, at least 3 of them are strike arts cards. It can be more than that. And you don't have a green card or a blue card, you should be sidestepping. The reason you should do this is because generally, if you do your 3 strike arts cards, possibly your 4th strike arts card, could be a blast card even, at that point, if you've sidestepped all of those, you should be getting a 5th card before the combo ends, which you can then use. That 5th card will outweigh the damage of just chaining your 4 cards together. In the case of a green card, you can use the green card and you will draw your 5th card, but it will not be drawn fast enough for you to continue the combo. If you have a blue card, obviously that will probably end your combo, with the exception of, I think, 1 or 2 characters in the entire game. So a blue card is not the best option. You should be just chaining all of your cards together with a blue card. Okay, so outside of that, let's look at cases where you're missing cards. If you have 2 cards or 3 cards, you're missing obviously 1 to 2 cards. If you have enough key to complete all of the cards that you currently have, and you have enough key for close to another card beyond that, you should absolutely be sidestepping, as you will probably draw another card simply because you're already in the card draw timer because you're not in a full hand, so it was drawing before you started the combo. Okay, so general cases where you should not be sidestepping. If you have a blue card, I would not sidestep because your damage will be more consistent and even a little bit higher with the blue card and just chaining your attacks together. If you have a green card, it's up to you. You're going to lose a little bit of damage, but you will draw an extra card, like I said. If you have 2 blast cards, I would not sidestep, as it will reduce your damage and you will not have enough key to get that 5th card off. So like I said, if you always want to sidestep, you can do that. If you don't want to remember all of those rules, general rule of thumb is if you have 3 strike arts cards, you should be sidestepping. And those are pretty much the basics of when to sidestep versus when not to sidestep if you really want to maximize your damage. If you guys have any questions or comments, throw them down below. We'll talk about it. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.